Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel, Shantia's new chapter. I'm Shantia. So today we're going to get into episode 2 of Worthy, Flirty, and Thriving. All right, are you guys ready for this? So in this episode, we are talking about how to set your goals and accomplish your goals using feminine energy. But let's not get it twisted. You always need masculine energy to bring anything into this world, to manifest, to create, to accomplish. But I want to put an emphasis on how to utilize your feminine energy. Now, let's just dive into the basics of this. When I'm talking about feminine energy, I'm also pinpointing that if you're a woman, you have more feminine hormones. So actually, in this hustle and bustle world where you have to use a lot of your masculine energy to accomplish tasks, and these days we're given equality, right? We're given more of the ability to do what men do. What this essentially does is it raises the masculine hormones in us. When our masculine hormones are rising, so is our cortisol, so is our stress. That's why using your masculine energy all the time is actually very draining. So that's why I want to talk about how we can use feminine energy to set goals and to accomplish them so we're not drained. So we're feeling revitalized, we're excited. So I'm going to keep it very simple for you guys. But essentially, before we dive into like the two main tips I want to share with you guys, just remember, again, if you're a woman, you have more estrogen, which requires you to do things differently versus testosterone. So men have more testosterone to like take action, do very much tap into their masculine energy. Women have more feminine hormones, estrogen and progesterone, and that gives us the ability to tap into our feminine energy, and it asks us to approach life differently. So if you think about feminine hormones in general, hormones are created so we can essentially like procreate, right? Procreate. And if you think about procreation, always think about what is the feminine's role in procreation, right? If she becomes pregnant, right, for example, and she's keeping her egg, she's not going to be like moving her body all the time. She's going to be more in a protected state, in a relaxed and healthy state for herself. So that's a huge clue into like how you can utilize your feminine energy. Instead of being on the go and the hustle and bustle, you want to find a way to minimize that or pull back on that energy so you can balance yourself out. So if you're feeling drained and stressed out, this is a really good video for you to understand how you can balance that energy. So we're talking about how we can set goals and accomplish them in this video. Go ahead and add your questions. I'm going to be posting these videos. I'm sensing like they're going to be busting out pretty quickly because I have a lot of ideas and inspiration that's coming through, but I will be sure to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, just mention them down below. If you have experiences or stories, I would love for you guys to share that too, because this way we can show people like what's going on behind the scenes, like what's going on in our lives. How can we relate to each other and how can we learn from one another? So the first tip I'm going to talk about is simplifying your goals through setting intentions. So essentially the way that I perceive an intention is essentially it's like this sort of broad goal that you're trying to achieve without all of the specific numbers. Now, numbers can be good, but always make sure you have a broad intention. Your intention allows you to see things from a higher perspective. So for example, one of my intentions is to be a successful entrepreneur. It's for me to create success in my business. Let me just be honest. Like that is one of my intentions that I'm setting for myself. That's like one of my broad intentions that I put out into the universe. So if you set broad intentions instead of getting like overwhelmed, don't overwhelm yourself with numbers. We want to get away from that. Number goals are good too, but focus more on the intention. I feel like sometimes when you get so strict about a goal and trying to achieve it, it kind of constricts the inspiration that comes through. So when I'm talking about inspiration, guys, like this is going to be very much spiritual talk. So please open up or keep an open mind. When you allow yourself, even without the spiritual talk, you can apply this to a practical life as well. If you broaden your goal, there are going to be more ideas that come to you that allow you to move freely. And the reason why you want to move freely, you want to broaden your perspective and set an intention instead of a specific pinpointed goal, is so that you can get more inspiration, more ideas come through with ease, and you're not limited to what actions you need to take. You allow your feminine energy to free flow, because feminine energy is about this free flow movement. So pull back, if you can, pull back so you can see things from a higher perspective and kind of see, like, what am I really trying to accomplish in my life? What do I really want? What do you really want? So really think about the desires you have for yourself. What do you really want? That's what an intention is. What are you wanting to experience? Numbers are limiting, but energy is not. Numbers are limiting. Numbers are specific, but energy is not. When I say energy is not limited, this is my foundational belief. If I really am passionate about something, I have the energy to do it. Period. That goes for pretty much all of us. If you really want to do something, you're going to do it. You're going to accomplish it. So it's important to set intentions that really make you happy, really make you excited to wake up, get going and do it, work on it, obsess over it. Because what you're trying to enter into is you're trying to enter into a flow state. When you enter into a flow state, things aren't hard. They don't feel like stress or duress. It feels exciting. I'm excited to work 10 hours. I'm excited, whatever it takes for you. Even working 10 hours can be exhausting. But you're going to be excited to wake up. You're going to be inspired. So another thing that's great about intentions is it allows you to set energetic goals. Energetic goals, as opposed to number goals, you're wanting energetic goals. So energetic goals is all about the experience. What are you wanting to experience? You want joy, you want happiness, you want focus, you want stability. Like, what's the energy you're wanting to tap into? So life is about experience, and energy is about how you feel in the experience. So set energetic goals. Know what you want to experience. So if I think about why is entrepreneurship important to me, it's because I like freedom. And I like the freedom to go for and create my own ideas. And I have a lot of ideas. That's why entrepreneurship is my most ideal route versus working for someone. I feel constricted, I feel limited, and uninspired. Make sure you set goals that you are in love with. This is what we're going for. We're aiming for in love with. You know, your business should feel like your baby. You should want to nourish it. Your passion, if you have a passion for wanting to run, you have a passion for wanting to cook, you have a passion for wanting to create something in your life, you have a passion for wanting to be for your kids, it should feel like your baby. You want to take care of it. You want to nourish it. If you don't feel that way about it, it is not for you, more than likely. So what I would suggest is finding a way to transition away from that experience and into things that feel more energetically exciting and revitalizing for you. And the reason we want to set energetic goals, because this takes me to tip number 2. You can give it energy. So the energy that you give to a specific experience, people can feed off of it. They can feel it. They can feel it. And you guys watch my videos, you guys know the difference between energy and no energy. When someone gives energy to something, think about like romance or like a partnership. Like when someone is really committed to bringing their energy, their focus, their attention to your commitment to your partnership, it makes it exciting. When their focus is away, it's not exciting now. You know, now it's limited. And that's not what we're wanting to experience. We're wanting to experience like connection, real connection. So give it energy. That's very important. You have to put energy into everything that you do. That's why it's important to genuinely like it. Have fun. Fun is freeing. It's a levity. It's a light energy. It lightens things up. It brightens up your life. It brings up your vibration. It brings up your enthusiasm. It brings up your vitality. So having fun is very important. Emphasis on fun, because we don't want to overwork ourselves. When you're overworking yourself, it becomes very draining and exhausting. So even when I'm very passionate about things, and sometimes I can get like tunnel vision and just go for it, I have to make sure I don't overwork myself. So for example, if I feel like I'm going to give a lot of energy, because I'm doing a lot of moonlighting, a lot of like me building my business, I do it at night. So during the daytime, I take it easy. I really do. I take it easy. I'm not trying to accomplish a million different tasks. If I'm needing to run errands, I make sure to put all my errands on one day or within like one block period, because I need to bring this energy to these videos. I need to bring this energy to me building my business. It's so important for you to put that energy out there because you're going to get it back. So if you want people to love what you do, like people are always like, so I've noticed there's a huge difference. Like people put out content, but they're like, no one's watching it. No one's interested. It's your energy. It's your energy. It's what you're putting behind it. What are you putting behind it? Are you coming home? Let's say you're building a passive income. Are you coming home and you're creating a project? Are you like tired? Are you exhausted? Then there's something you're going to have to pull back from so you have that energy to bring. I don't know if you're going to have to start isolating yourself or just like saying, hey, I need less task. It sounds unpractical, but in this world of energy, things are energy before they are manifested or material. Think about a thought. A thought is a thought before it becomes a physical, manifested, tangible thing. If you think a thought enough times, it can become reality. So everything starts as energy first. If you really want something, you have to align with the desire. So try to find a way to pull back your energy from things that are draining it so that you can give it and save it for the things that you're really passionate about. You can give that full energy, that full resource. When I put my full energy behind things, I get it back. So if you put out lazy, burnt out energy, you are going to get it back. So really think about and meditate on if you're feeling lazy or you're feeling burnt out. Laziness is just, here's my definition, here's my perspective about laziness. Laziness is a lack of inspiration in life. Laziness is a lack of movement. Laziness happens when our body often needs rest. So you know how, like, let's say you have tasks, you want to go somewhere or have fun on the weekends, but you've been working Monday through Friday at a job, and then you come in, or not come in, sorry, on the weekend you're trying to like spend time with your kids, but you're like, oh, I'm so tired. Well, you're so tired because you're burnt out. So that's not normal. We've normalized being burnt out. We've normalized feeling, we're all like, oh, I'm lazy. You're not lazy. It's just that you're not inspired. You're not inspired and you don't have the energy. So most definitely don't pressure yourself or be hard on yourself because you don't have the energy. We have a certain limited amount of energy we have available to give to people. We have a certain limited amount of energy. Now, energy in itself isn't limited, but your body energetically, like physically, it is limited, which means you need rest to recuperate. So when I say energy isn't limited, if you go into your rest mode, you're going to revitalize and you're going to get the energy back. But you need to take that time to rest. So don't be hard on yourself about being drained or feeling burnt out. I was drained for years and I'm like, why don't I have the energy to build my businesses? Why don't I have the energy? And in the back of my head, something kept telling me the things you're doing are draining and taking away of your energy. You need to pull back. But I kept resisting it because I was like, oh, well, I have to pay the bills. So in future videos, actually in the next episode, we're going to talk about relaxing our anxiety around money. This is very important. Very important. And we're going to dial it into if we're wanting to pull our energy away from things that, let's say like a job, for example, because that was most definitely my story. Let's say you're wanting to pull your energy away from your job and you're having these fears come up about money. I had to transition into shifting my mindset. It's all about mindset. So I always had a limited idea about like, okay, I have to do the 9 to 5. That was my mindset, is you have to do a 9 to 5. You have to work, do whatever you can to bring in the money. But sometimes it will find a way to show up in your life if you're more open to possibilities. And this is where you start to open up this ability to become a visionary. So, look at people, all of these intelligent people who are creating so much in their life, they're visionaries. The reason they're visionaries is because they have to shift their mindset. They have to think differently. So you can't think the same way, but you don't have to. And we're going to talk about how we can shift our mindset, our mentality to embrace a different way of living our life. We're going through a huge shift. You guys have noticed COVID essentially set it all off. The pandemic essentially set it all off for a lot of people. And it helped to clarify for them what they're genuinely passionate about. But for some people, it confused them, I think, because your mindset is still trapped in the old mentality. What it helped to do, the pandemic helped to clarify for people, oh, I actually don't have to think that way or live that way anymore, or I don't want to live that way anymore. What's another way? That was my thing. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Show me another way. Show me another way, because this ain't gonna work. And it opened my mind to a million possibilities. But it's the moment you start taking action and doing those things that things are going to really unlock for you. So this series is going to be a powerful way for you to get back your energy and put it towards the things you really want. Okay, so that is going to be your homework. I didn't give homework in the previous episode, but in this one, let's summarize both of those lessons. And I want you to come up with intentions you want to set for yourself. Come up with intentions, come up with energetic goals. How do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? And what do you want to accomplish? If you want to come up with number goals, that's perfectly fine. But most definitely set energetic goals. Know what is the higher perspective of what you're wanting to achieve for yourself. What you're wanting to feel in your body when you achieve it. And then your other homework and your other task is just to find a way to shift your energy. So both of these lessons have been about your energy, shifting your energy, protecting your energy, redirecting it. So think about and meditate on whatever is draining your energy right now, currently. Anything that's draining, just make a list of it and think about how you can pull your energy away where it need not be given. Where can you pull away, or how can you pull away? Challenge yourself. Because I know sometimes people really have a hard time saying like, well, how can I? I'm like, just do it. Well, you know what? I'm going to say just attempt it. Just try it. Because you might not understand the significance of it until you just try it. So try to pull back your energy towards, let's say, gossip or someone who feels like they drain your energy. Avoid them. Talk to them less. Avoid them. Focus on things that you like. So pull your energy back. That's one of the other homework assignments beyond coming up with intentions and energetic goals. And try to infuse that extra energy you have into things that really excite you. Something as simple as like watching a movie for fun, reading a book, having a bubble bath. All of this helps to increase estrogen and balance your estrogen levels. So if you feel like you're under like constant stress or duress, it's probably because your cortisol levels are through the roof because you're engaging in so much masculine energy and developing so much testosterone. That's not natural for you. Your body is made for estrogen. If you're feminine, your body is made for estrogen. You need to use that. You need to rebuild and repair your estrogen levels so you can feel relaxed in your body and enjoy your life. That's what we're here to do. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought. Please add your questions down below, your stories, your experiences, and whatever else you would like to share. I hope you have a beautiful day or evening. I'll see you guys next time.